Hello, everybody. Welcome on in. I'm Orion. We are back with some more Deep Rock Galactic Survivor, and they just put out I don't know if we want to call it a big update, but they did put out an update with a ton of balance changes and quality of life updates. And what's crazy to me is pretty much everything they put out is like a big buff. They buffed a ton of gear. They buffed a ton of overclocks, and they buffed a bunch of weapons. You know, damage upgrades, fire rate upgrades, pretty much like a ton of overclocks got buffed. And then, like I said, the gear stuff, like a lot of legendary quirks, and the quirks got buffed. Pretty crazy because I've been kind of saying, you know, ever since they added the gear, the game has gotten easier, which it has, and now the game is going to be even easier, which I don't know, maybe they're prepping for harder difficulty levels here soon, or you know, the obviously endless mode coming up. And then on top of all that, they gave us more meta progression here. You can now see there's now an inner ring here for extra health, armor, pickup radius, nitra, gold, and luck. So now you have an extra tier of upgrades here to make yourself even stronger. But anyways, what we're gonna do today is we're gonna run a 10-stage dive. We're gonna run it on salt pits, and we're going to be running the engineer because the engineer is the one I think that got kind of some interesting buffs. Mainly because these are we're going to run some of the weaker weapons in the game here. We're going to run the deep core PGL, and we're going to run the high explosive grenade. The deep core got a new overclock where it gets 100% clip size and then 100% fire rate. They removed the akimbo unstable overclock, and I think they replaced it with the one I just said. It got a damage increase, it got an explosion radius increase, and it got I want to say fire rate increase. And then there's also the high explosive grenade, which got a pretty decent damage upgrade. And the coolest thing about that one now is it now defaults to mining. So you don't need to get the TNT upgrade. It just automatically mines already, which is, I think, a pretty significant buff for that weapon. That weapon definitely needed something. It's one of the weaker weapons in the game. It's only good for mining. Like, that's the only reason I ever use that weapon. I would never use it in any sort of damage build. It was only good for these explosive builds when I wanted to mine out the map. And so now it just default does that, which is pretty significant. So we're going to be running those two weapons. We're going to run the PGL, and we're going to run the high explosive grenade as our two main weapons. And then we'll pick other explosive weapons, but we're not really going to focus on them. I do want to get this hurricane. That would be another good one to get. Okay, there's the high explosive grenade. Cost a couple rerolls, but not horrible. So now you'll see it'll just start mining now. Now it's a mining weapon, just automatically. It's not going to be a good one at first. It'll eventually become decent once we get some bigger upgrades, but I'm going to be looking for scanners too, obviously. Gold scanner. Hell yeah. Okay, let's do the pickup radius. I'm gonna need pickup radius with this build. We'll do explosion radius. Let's go with the weapon upgrade. So it should make, now the high explosive grenade will be a pick that I might take in builds, like, without having to worry about getting the TNT upgrade. I like that, because now it's just TNT right from the get. For our other weapons, I'm not really quite sure what we'll get, because I envision this being mainly a 2-weapon run here. This isn't going to be a full-on like mining build where I get the cryo grenade also, even though we might get it, but I want to focus on these two because I want to see if these two are good enough now to sort of carry the game, see what their power is going to be like without anything stealing their thunder. So that's what we're gonna roll with. We'll see how it goes. I'll just try to pick weapons that will give us extra tags. Well, we already have the explosive tags, so, but we'll try to pick weapons that fit in that. That's probably why I'll try to get the rocket launcher, because that's a kinetic explosive weapon. So that'll get all the same buffs. And then on top of some of the other things they updated too, they updated the amount of gear you can hold, which I'm surprised it actually took them so long to do that. So now you can hold 150 pieces of gear, where before it was like a weird number. I think it said like 102. So you can hold 102 pieces of gear before, and now you can hold 150. So that was much needed. Like I said, I'm surprised it took them so long to do that. I kind of thought that would be like after 1 week, when I realized like, oh man, my gear slots are already full. I thought that would have been something they did a lot quicker, but it's there now. Because with the, the builds and stuff in this game, it was surprising how limited gear they let you have. Okay, we'll do the reload. Let's do the explosion radius. All right, we have a magnet, and then I have a piece of gear. I guess I could pick up the gear now. I don't have to not pick it up, since I have basically 50 extra slots now. I'm hoping that they did this in prep for endless mode, which is eventually gonna come. They didn't say anything about endless mode in their update, other than their previous announcement which was it's coming. So it's still coming, we just don't know when. But I'm kind of anticipating that that's what all these buffs are for. In my opinion, there's no reason to like make all these buffs unless you're planning on making the game harder. I'm gonna do the explosion radius. Well, let's do the damage. Good luck. And then again, for that, they also added, they finally added the mid-game saves. So now when you reach a shop, the game saves, and if you want to leave, you can leave. Again, which makes me think they're like prepping for, okay, we'll do the hurricane. Which makes me think that, again, they're prepping for like an endless mode coming, hopefully sooner than we're expecting. I don't know. That's just, it's all speculation. I just can't envision them adding so many buffs to things though. I guess the game, it's hard for me to relate to like the people who just jumped in at 1.0, obviously, because I have everything maxed out. Maybe the game was a little too hard in the beginning, for like new players. Let's do the movement speed, kinetic, crit. Okay, I'm not gonna get that. We're not gonna get that. I guess we'll mark the XP. For the most part, this is going to be a 2-weapon run, because, I don't want, like I said, I don't want anything to take away the thunder from these weapons. I want to see if we can carry a run with these guys. We'll probably try for a couple scanners, since we are going to have mining. Man, it's already pretty good with that explosion raise. If we can get the 3 smaller grenades on this too, that would be sweet. Then it'll become a really good mining weapon. I don't envision this build still, or these weapons being great. I don't think the buffs were enough to make them insanely good, like going from like a D tier to an S tier type build, but we'll see. With the PGL getting the clip size and fire rate overclock, you know, that could be a pretty good buff. And they got rid of the akimbo. I don't know if I mentioned that yet, but they got rid of the akimbo upgrade. We'll do the reload for everything. So the akimbo was where it would fire another round backwards. We can do the magnet. This is a tough decision between these two. I think we'll go with the magnet. Stage 2, I think the magnet's the right choice. I'm not gonna, I still want those scanners, but I'm not gonna, those weren't worth re-rolling. Those are two good items. Oh, they increased the drop rate too for gear by a pretty large amount. And they increased the odds of getting legendaries. So again, like they almost literally buffed everything in this game. Okay, in this situation, I'm gonna take that damage. Okay, would love to see a scanner from this guy. I have a feeling we're not going to kill him that quickly, though. He's going to... Oh, we froze him, though. That was nice. Anything down here before we go chase him? Ooh, this is a tough one. Let's do the pickup radius. Alright, I don't know. I guess I can't really get that right now. Let's do that mining speed. And they're just gonna sit on it, huh? I'm gonna have to lure them all away. Let's do 1 HP upgrade. I have a feeling I'm gonna be getting hit a lot with this build on this map. Okay, legendary kinetic damage. Let's do... I'm gonna do the weapon. Oh, that was my... Dang, I didn't think that was it. I thought that was the level up. So I think the legendary kinetic we got was the item, huh? We have really good luck already too, 75. We start off with more luck too now because of the meta progress. Let's do the reload. Damage wise, again, nothing really that good yet, even though they did get damage buffs. I have a feeling we're 100% going to need some damage items for this run.
The clock's ticking, miner. Get it wrapped up.
We'll do explosive damage. All right, let's go.
Get there now. It will leave without you.
We'll do kinetic damage.
Stage completed. Onwards to stage 3.
Good amount of resources. All right, there we go. Legendary damage. This one's kind of interesting now. So we take it. We'll take the damage debuff and do the 3 weaker. Kinetic. The luck upgrades have been showing up in full force here. Explosion radius, pickup radius, XP gain again. Okay, I need. All right, only one. I wonder, man. A lot of luck upgrades showing up here. Like, part of me wonders because we've been talking about how it seems like.
Let's shake it up.
All right, we'll just buy that. It seems like they nerfed luck. How luck wasn't showing up a lot. And I've noticed that kind of through our runs because of some of the items we have. You know, like there's some pieces of gear that can give you a ton of luck gains. And so it kind of seemed like they might have like shadow nerfed how often luck shows up, but now we're up to 84 luck and it's only the 3rd floor. Oh, didn't even see that guy. Yeah, look at those explosions now. Okay, so again, ideally, gold scanners. Let's do that throwable damage. It's also going to be hard to see too, so I think that's why it was a good idea to maybe stack a little bit more HP than I normally would. And I know we can lower the opacity and all that, but we're not going to. I never do that. We just have to deal with it. It's part of the show, you know? All the flashy explosions. Okay. Ooh, man. Oh, God. Coupon and pay to win. I'm gonna take the pay to win. This is a really tough one. The coupon is great, especially this early in the game. And you know, like that could equate to a lot of damage with the amount we'll save on Nitra, but I feel like I just have to get that pay to win because I literally just said we're gonna have no damage and I'm gonna need damage items. And we do have that gold scanner, so you know we might be able to get some good rerolls in here. That was a tough choice though.
I've been dreaming of something like this.
If this was any other build other than this one, I probably would have taken that coupon. You know, especially if you're doing like a mining build like we're doing. I guess we'll take that, and then we'll do the 3 weaker grenades again. That's going to turn this into a really good mining weapon now. Because now we're going to have 3 grenades. It's just going to affect like the damage. We're going to get some crazy explosions though. This is why we're gonna want good pickup radius. Okay, well, damage-wise, we got... At least we killed them to get the item. Let's take the Nitra. Look at... Yeah, look how much luck is showing up now again. We're at 100. Well, 98, but... Crazy, and it's only 4-3. I don't know if we're just having a lucky run or what, but... We're getting a lot. Let's do that kinetic damage. I already mined... Dang, I did mine all that out.
Stage 3 completed. Taking you to stage 4. You did good work, miner.
Okay, well, good thing we have good thing we have a lot of gold, because I'm buying all these. We locked down XP, damage, and luck, so we'll buy those. And then another XP showed up, and then mining showed up, so let's buy that. Reroll, reload, mining, crit, pass on those. Legendary damage, yes. Pickup radius, reload.
Let's shake it up.
So much luck. They had to have nerfed it, and then they buffed it again. I'm telling you. There's like no way. Let's mark that one too, since just because we have a ton of gold, that seems like a good one to get. We're now at 116 luck on 4-4.
This place is almost nice compared to last.
We'll do that kinetic damage. I definitely, yeah, I can feel myself wanting more HP here because, again, it's so hard to see these enemies right now. And it's not like we kill them super quick. I think we're doing okay, though. Dang, that rocket went hecka far.
Swarm's heading your way. Load up.
Shoot it in the face. Eat that. Fuck that. Boom, baby.
See, look how good this high explosive grenade is right now at mining with by 4-4. It's already incredibly good. That's definitely gonna be a massive increase for this weapon. Just giving it that default mining. So that way you don't need to waste an overclock on it anymore. You can get the extra explosion radius, the damage, the reload, whatever, the 3 mini grenades. You can get all those instead of having to waste that overclock on it now. Like that's gonna make this a really good utility weapon, I think. I don't think its damage is still gonna be anything to be like that impressed by, but we'll see.
Supplies blocked. Get the landing zone cleared.
You ugly son of a bitch. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely seeing a lot more gear drop.
Swarm detected. Get ready.
Okay, this is a reroll. Okay, man, there's the coupon now. I was hoping to get more scanners, but some of these items I can't pass up on. Ooh, I'm gonna do that legendary damage. Okay, so here's the new unstable overclock for this one. 100% clip size and 100% fire rate. Let's try that. Bigger mags it's interesting that they made this an unstable overclock. I think it used to be a regular overclock, but maybe it had, I can't remember what it had with it, but now with 100% clip size and 100% fire rate, it should be firing pretty quickly now.
Well done. You got them all.
All right, let's do throwable damage. Explosive damage. Yeah, let's go with that reload. Oh, did I just wait? No, I hear it. Did I just hear the loot bug? I could have swore I heard him. We're going with that movement speed. Oh, I could have swore I heard it. Am I going crazy? I'm gonna do the nitra now because we have the coupon. Okay. If I did hear him, he's gone now.
Gather up your beard and get onto that drop pod. It's about to leave.
You don't see these every day.
Stage 4 completed. Next stage is the dreadnought. Prepare accordingly.
Okay, no there, reload. We'll do the HP crit. We're gonna have a lot of gold here for a little bit. More luck again, 100%. There's no way this didn't get buffed. And of course, we're gonna start seeing these weapons too now instead of these ones. This one's not even 18 yet though, so come on, we could still use that one. But that's a good one to get. We'll do the kinetic damage.
More options.
Telling you, there's no way. There's no way it didn't get buffed right there. Oh, we can't afford both of these. Let's do the damage and I'll mark this one. We'll do a reroll. Of course. Okay. We can mark the reload. Maybe getting that powder will be a good idea, but I can also, I mean, if worst comes to worst, I can just upgrade the other weapons. It's not, I don't really care too much about that. Ooh, hello. Little gold bug over there.
Well done, you got them all.
Gimme, gimme, gimme.
So with all these buffs, we'll try out some of the weaker stuff that got buffed to see where that can kind of put us in these runs. Because these were definitely two of the weaker weapons in the game. There's no doubt about it. The grenade launcher and high explosive grenade were garbage. I would really never pick them. I would probably never run the grenade launcher, but it's a starting weapon for the explosive build, so you kind of have to. But otherwise, I would never run it. You know, I'd pick like almost any of the other explosive weapons over it. All right, more scanners. Yeah, let's do nitra. Or should I just do XP? The nitra scanners kind of puts us in a tough spot because I'm not necessarily leveling up the other weapons, you know? So I guess we'll go. Man, I really want that though. And then we can get, like, if we get the critical powder, I think we'll just go with the nitra. I like the nitra better. We have that magnet though too, with the extra XP, but I'm just gonna hope that we see the critical, the nitra, the powdered nitra. Okay, damage isn't horrible. It's not amazing. We do have pay to win with probably quite a few stacks on it now, 18. Good chances at 64. I feel like we no, only 293 damage. I kind of felt like we've been getting good crit damage upgrades, but I think it just hasn't really been too high level stuff. Okay, that was okay. That was okay. For an explosive build with these two weapons, that generally seemed pretty decent. It does feel like an improvement over what we were doing before. Okay, we'll pretty much buy, yeah, we'll just buy all these. Reload, mining, pickup, reload, kinetic, reload, pickup. Then we can afford one more. See, so like I don't know if we'll do it or not. I might just start spending. We'll see if we can get the other ones. Pretty much gonna, I probably, oh, for some reason I was thinking that was HP. If we can get that powder, cool. That would be sweet.
I'm getting too old for this shit.
Let's go with probably rather go with the damage on this weapon, even though that other one's a legendary.
The swarm is heading your way. Load up. Resupply prepared. Clear the landing zone of obstacles.
Loot bug looted.
Okay, I'll definitely still take more scanners. Or good damage items. None of these. We don't want the piercing. I probably don't really need the HP and armor at this point. There it is. This one's pretty good too. Well, maybe not. Let's go with this one. Okay. That's the right pick there. The other one, we're just not going to have enough overclocks. So I don't think that's a very good pick, at least not until the end. I could deal with the mining speed because I could just kind of rely on my grenade to do the majority of it. And then the energy bars is good damage, especially since we're level 69. Nice. I think that critical one's the way to go here, because if we're not gonna, now I can save my nitra for that and get all that massive crit chance. And then we can start building up that crit damage too. Oh, there's a magnet that we're gonna get. That'll be a pretty significant damage boost. Man, let's do the reload. All right, let's do XP gain, reload, damage, movement speed.
Surely next time will be better. This'll do.
Okay, this one didn't get anything new. Let's just do the reload explosion.
I'm clocking it to
Explosive damage, passed on those. More luck,
more. Why not?
mining, damage, reload,
More options.
explosive damage, kinetic damage. And then we'll do one reroll here.
Dice on this one.
More luck. Can't believe it. Okay, and then we'll buy the reload.
I already feel stronger.
This is a simple mining mission. Get it done.
So that puts us at, what's our luck? 157. Holy cow.
Gonna like it.
Can't see nothing.
The swarm's heading your way. Load up.
Hello and good luck. There is nitro over here. I'm having an epic vision.
The swarm's heading your way. Load up.
Suck on this, you freaking nature.
The swarm's heading your way. Load up.
See you in town. I can't get enough of this rare stuff.
Exemplary work. You've achieved your objective in a record time. We've got a blocked landing site for the supply pod. Get it cleared out, miner.
Sorry, little bug. Your own fault for being full of good.
This is a no-go for pickled nitro. We're not going to take pickled nitro.
One crate of goodies on the way, miner.
All right, we'll take that XP scanner, and then that'll probably no more scanners. Well, okay, I lied. I always say that, but then I always kind of forget that we have pay to win. We have critical chance, the powdered nitra. So scanners still like can really boost our damage.
This is gonna help me be a perfect dwarf.
Drop pod has arrived. Get
All right, let's do the kinetic damage.
not going to hang around.
Stuff of legend.
Keep pushing, miner. Stage 8 is next.
Don't mind if I do.
Okay, so we'll buy the luck,
This works.
kinetic.
What else?
Man, a lot of legendaries here, but not for stuff we really want. We'll do that one, the crit.
Try this. More options.
Definitely that crit damage. I was hoping we would see a little bit more of that. Armor. I'm not going to buy that HP because we actually don't have like a ton of gold right now.
More options.
We'll buy the reload, more crit chance. Okay, we'll buy that one.
What else?
We'll mark the kinetic. Buy that damage. I don't think we're going to do pickup radius anymore. Movement speed, fine. And man, we have so much nitro right now. It's awesome.
And work to be done.
So that puts us at 291 crit chance. That crit damage is a little low. I'm hoping that we can build that up. We don't have really a lot of time though, but I would like to get that more closer to like 450. Oh my god. That explosion was like that explosion caught me so off guard. These are the types of runs where it's hard to go, where it's hard to do a run like this and then go back to a normal run where you don't have all this gold to spend on, you know, movement speed, mining speed, and stuff like that. It's really hard to go back to like just standard gameplay after an explosive build. But we're gonna have to. I'm gonna go look at the patch notes, see what other sort of weaker weapons got some decent buffs, maybe some new unstable overclocks or something, and we'll think about running those ones to see what sort of, see if they move up the list. Okay, we'll do the reload speed on that one.
Big swarm detected. Buggerman, get ready.
Just feels like a nuke is going off.
Supplies ready. Clean up the LZ.
Nice. I'll take it.
Prepare to fight for your life. There we go. Prepare for impact.
Do I take another XP scanner? I think we'll just re-roll and see. Because if we're gonna get a scanner, I'd rather get another one. We could do this one. We don't have a lot of tags, but you know, maybe we'll take this one. That's really only a 15% reload, but it's something. Yeah, let's just go with that one. Reload is good for this build anyways. All right, more crit damage. I think my... Oh, never mind. Wow, more luck again. Let's do the reload speed though.
All tasks complete.
Okay, let's do
Prepped and ready. Get on it before
more gold. I was gonna say, I think my gold scanner is broke. Because we only have 200 gold this run.
pushing, man.
288. I guess that's not bad. Maybe it's not broke yet. Okay, well now we're over 300. Yeah, we'll buy all those. Damage. Yeah. We don't need that pickup radius stuff anymore. Reload. Another luck. Okay.
I'm gonna do something epic with this. Let me try again.
Damage and damage.
Gotta have that legend.
And another luck. My god, it's like showing up every time now.
Nope. Try again.
That's hilarious. And we'll buy that damage. I guess I don't. By the time we get, I'm not gonna mark it. By the time we get both of this, there'll just be one floor left. If I could afford these right now, I would, but since we can't, no, we'll just mark the kinetic damage.
Get to work. There's aliens to be killed. And
Like what? We're at 180. That would have got us 200. That's so crazy.
Danger and darkness. Here we go.
I guess we'll have to do another run to really see if that's the case. Ugh. I guess I'll just re-roll. Let's take, oh yeah, perfect. That was a good re-roll. We'll get the damage bonus from the pay to win. And then I got a legendary.
swarm detected. Get ready. We'll be with you shortly.
You know, I'm gonna do that crit damage. My reload speed's already crazy insane right now. The diminishing returns aren't really gonna be anything, so I'll go with that damage. Okay, this is a reroll. All right, a gold scanner again. We have, I mean, I have like, have pay to win. We have the reload. There's really not, I mean, like I could do like energy bars or something. I guess we'll just do that.
The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
I think my other scanner is broke anyways.
Swarm is heading your way. Load up.
Let's get the niggle. Dimmity dip.
Jeez, this is doing good.
Drop pod before it heads back.
This is doing way better than I kind of thought it would. All right.
Upgrade's gonna change my life.
We'll take that gold.
Gotta move on, miner. The drop pod will head out momentarily. That elite never stood a chance. I will see to it there is a beer on the house when you make it back. If you make it back.
Damage, kinetic damage, explosive damage,
I'm feeling lucky.
reload damage.
Show me more. Yes, please. Cowabunga. What else we got? Tough choice.
I'd really love to see more crit damage. I'm gonna do,
Nothing for me here. Let's try again.
so that's all we can do. Get that last crit, that and that.
Calling to me.
Okay, last floor.
Here we go. You've found the dreadnought.
We'll check out our stats
Come out of having
right before the boss spawns. I have a feeling we might spawn the boss quicker than I intend to, because I think we're gonna hatch a lot of these eggs here really fast. I might have to kind of try to stay away from these a little bit. And then we'll see what our last item is. If we're able to get gold tip bullets, then I'll save my gold. But if not, then I'll try to do a reroll here on like this last level up to get a little bit extra damage modifier from our pay to win. But I think I need to hang out at the bottom of the map here. I think that last egg was at the top.
I've been dreaming of something like this.
So we almost already cleared out the map. We'll wait a minute here until this supply drop comes, and then we can finish everything else out.
Let's show them some pain.
resupply prepared. Clear the landing zone of obstacles.
Break the fire.
Scanner shows clear. Supply pod inbound.
Okay, no to the gold scanner. That would have been crazy to get more luck. No. All right, we'll just take the diver's manual.
I'll take it.
Okay, so our final stats here are gonna, wow, over 1,000 damage, 1,040 damage, 388 crit chance, 363 crit damage. Okay, let's go get this last egg. Oh, and hopefully we can get another level up here too, and then I can do I can do re-rolls since we don't have, yeah, no gold tip bullets. So let's try to get one more level up here. Okay, so I'm just gonna spam re-rolls. Oh no, there's legendary damage though. Oh, I think I passed up a legendary crit damage. Okay. Well, okay, we got two more. One more. Just reload stuff. All right. Well, anyways, that puts us at 1260 damage now. Okay, let's go kill this boss. That's pretty good damage numbers for not having like pickle nitra. Yeah, that was pretty good. That was good.
Well done, team. Immediate dreadnought threat eliminated. Well done. Objective completed.
It definitely feels like these weapons held their own. They definitely start off slow, but we picked it up after we started getting, you know, like the gold scanners and buffing up the weapons a little bit more. 5 items. Okay, that's probably a little bit more than we usually get. I think we usually get around like 3-ish. Damage wise, 407. Is that right? Holy shit. What? Those damage numbers are insane. 407 million damage, 212 million damage. Is that right? 660 million damage, 33-minute run. My God. Probably just because maybe because the explosion radiuses were so, that feels like way more damage than I'm used to seeing for these types of explosive builds. 407 million for this guy. Look at those reload upgrades. Reload, so many reloads. Like, oh man, these were some really good upgrades. You can see once we started getting good luck, we didn't get any greens anymore. For this one, same idea. Once we started getting enough luck, the greens just stopped showing up, and it was all blues, purples, and reds. Wow, that was impressive. Those damage numbers are crazy. 407 million damage. That's bonkers. All right, well, there we go. The new explosive buffs, pretty good. I definitely think this weapon is now maybe, you know, it might be worth picking up in like normal builds now, especially since you don't have to waste the TNT. I think that's a pretty big improvement because now you can use it. You can use that extra slot to get extra damage, reload, whatever. So I think that's a huge bonus for this weapon. This one still, I don't know. I mean, this one with 212 million damage, that seems pretty significant, but it didn't quite reach what this did. So I don't know exactly. I don't know. Those damage numbers seem, I don't know. Those seem so weird to me. Item wise, I think we did really good. Gold scanner right away, magnet, pay to win, coupon. Then we ended up getting a couple other scanners, and then we ended up with a ton of crit here. And yeah, I mean, that was really good. That was really good. We had really good numbers, really good damage numbers, really good crit chance, pretty good crit damage. So I like that. That was a good build. But that's gonna be it. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy these videos, please like, subscribe, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.